Hi, I'm Ted Zoller, and I'm the director of the Entrepreneurship Center here at the Kenan Institute and T.W. Lewis Professor at the UNC Kenan-Flagler Business School. I'm delighted to have a couple minutes with you to share with you some of our ideas and how we're driving innovation in entrepreneurship education. Turns out that at UNC Chapel Hill, we've always had a deep focus on entrepreneurship. It's part of our DNA, but we're never going to be complacent with staying with the status quo. We're always leaning into new innovations, new pedagogies, new approaches to teaching entrepreneurship. And we have a special formula here where we bring the street and the university together. What I mean by that is we have an active practitioner community that we engage with. We're learning every day what's happening among street entrepreneurs and how they're learning, how they're building their companies, how they're developing their teams, and how they're delivering the value proposition that they seek. While we're curating those best ideas and bringing them into the classroom. A good example of this would be our world-class accelerator program, Launch Chapel Hill. Launch Chapel Hill brings on board 10 companies every 6 months. We do 3 cohorts a year, so we're serving 30 companies every year at UNC Chapel Hill. And we're hand-to-hand with these companies. And the lessons we're learning by working with these companies, we're actually engaging in the curriculum back at Kenan-Flagler. Markets are pretty agile today, and agile may be an understatement. As a matter of fact, I would argue that the half-life of facts in our lifetime has never been shorter. Yet the opportunities for us to reduce the cost of entry has never been greater. So we have to learn faster, and we have to be more agile. So we've built a pedagogy that actually builds that agility into the way students think. We're not happy with the current status of entrepreneurship education. Everyone is out there now, for instance, purporting lean or business model design or design thinking or making. And that's just the table stakes. That's the initiation of the new venture. We're actually looking at much more sophisticated concepts, understanding how do you build teams, how do you drive performance, how do you scale a company, how do you bring about growth. These are the things that our students are learning. So it's not about startup, it's about grow up. So my sense is that as we enter this next generation of entrepreneurship education, we're going to be building and instilling in our students a new way of thinking about entrepreneurship. It goes well past an entrepreneurial mindset. It's actually a new way of thinking about markets, opportunities, and ultimately execution. So we're pleased this year at the Kenan Institute to host the North Carolina Entrepreneurship Educators Conference, which will be held as basically our kickoff for Global Entrepreneurship Week. And we're delighted that we can help to share some of the practices that we have here in education at UNC with our colleagues statewide. So I'm thrilled to have an opportunity to speak to you. Again, my highest calling as a scholar is to spend time with the students that will go make a difference and actually build the companies and ventures that will help make our world a better place. If you want to learn more, you might check into my podcast. It's called On the Heels of Innovation and can be found on all major streaming sites. Thanks for your time today.